Did you find it?
No, I'm going through each one and I can't see it.
Let's see.
Oh, here's the general.
Oh, go to security on the video page down at the bottom.
So video.
Security.
I don't see security. Can I FaceTime? Can I change it to FaceTime so I can see where you're looking?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, where are you?
I'm in the video. Down at the bottom, do you see that little shield thing? This right here. Click that and then put enable waiting room.
Perfect.
Okay. Girl. You're welcome. Okay. Bye. And we're going to start our recording right now. So does anybody have any questions before we begin? Can we see a thumbs up if we're ready? Down at the bottom, you have a reaction, and you can do a thumbs up like that if you're ready to go. Yay! Okay. I see all these thumbs ups. I love it.
Okay, so we're ready?
Yep.
Okay, welcome to Math Pre-K to Second Grade, Virtual Summer Institute 2020. I am Teddy, and we have Miss Jackie.
Yes, I'm Jackie.
First things first, let's play this little video from Mr. Lukey.
Oh, is our audio needs to be shared too through the speakers, like dual.
Hold on 1 second. Where is my...
Were you able to hear that?
No.
No.
Okay. We're going to skip that. Let's move on to the next one. We'll come back to it after I figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
So our BCSD vision is just to be the model of educational excellence, equity, and innovation. We all know that one. Go ahead, Teddy.
Our BCSD mission. Here is our mission, if I can move this over. The Bakersfield City School District's mission is to educate all students at the highest levels of academic excellence to become collaborative, creative, and critical thinkers. And up here is the link for our presentation, if you guys are able to access that.
And then we have our BCSD core priorities, and we've all gone over these many times. So just priority 1 is a culture of collective efficacy. Priority 2 is culture of teaching and learning. Priority 3 is a culture of student-centered schools, which is a big focus for us. And also priority 4, which is access and inclusion to ensure a multi-tiered system of support for all learners, which is another huge thing for our SPED department.
Okay, here is our academic priorities. Priority 1, read and comprehend grade level text. Priority 3 is to effectively interact in listening, speaking, reading, writing, and thinking activities. Priority 2, successfully engage in grade level mathematical tasks. And priority 4, effectively engage in STEAM concepts. And here are our norms. We're gonna celebrate our individual, team, and collective success. We are gonna be focused, kind, respectful, and collaborative in supporting the vision of our collective work. Be willing to challenge the thinking of their group to set up a better solution. Is that my echo?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I echoing?
Yes, you are.
I have no idea why.
Do you have,
Other people are not mute.
People are not on mute?
everyone is on mute.
Okay. And we want to encourage, validate, and support each other through learning and implementation process while being open-minded to new and innovative ideas. Let me move this. And we want to be open and honest in our feedback while not taking the feedback communication personally in order to ensure a safe environment for innovation, vulnerability, and strategic risk-taking. Miss Jackie?
And we just have our video chat expectations, and we all want to be muted so we can hear the speakers. And if you have questions, say them in the chat. And yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh yeah, the reactions. And we're just gonna establish our purpose here, and it's our learning intention is we will understand the lesson design, components, and purpose for mathematics learning that include a balanced approach utilizing math behaviors. So our success criteria, the I can statement, is navigate and deliver rich mathematical instruction that will promote our learning, belief, and behaviors where students can thrive regardless of their environment, because it is going to be very different this year with them being at home and not in our classrooms.
Our agenda for today, we're going to go through introductions, online engagement, our parking lot, where if you have questions, you want to insert those questions or suggestions into our parking lot. We have some interactive math activities using Google Slides, Boom Learning Cards. We're going to go through distant learning math toolboxes, literature and math, and then our Google Classroom.
And then, but first, we just want to take the time to get to know you guys. So we're going to take this 5 minutes, and this is linked. So if you have access to slides, you can click on it, and it's a slide set, and you'll have access to it to fill it out. And Teddy's showing you right now. Also linked on that slide is the SPED parking lot where you can put your questions. So we have future reference towards them. And we have Teddy's, Patty's, and then when you're working through these, try not to type over other people. So if somebody's on the slide, just move to the next one. If there's not enough, make a copy and move it to the next slide. Are they needing the link?
Did you guys get the link?
Can you guys drop it in the chat box?
Yes, I'm going to drop it in the chat box right now. Just give me one
Awesome,
second.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And then once people have access to it, we can start the 5 minutes. Oh.
There you go. It's in the chat room, and that is a 0, not an O.
I feel like we need music.
I know.
Let's see what I have.
They don't see it.
You don't see what?
Is
The
it
link?
that gobcsd.com/du0?
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that link right there.
Hey, Teddy, it's Bianca. It's saying I need access.
I'm fixing that right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and please make sure that you are logged in to your BCSD Google account,
Yeah, I think that's the issue.
because otherwise it won't let you in. If you're on your private account, like your Hotmail, your Gmail account, it won't let you in. So make sure you're logged into your BCSD Google.
I'm on my BCSD account and it's still not letting me.
Oh,
Try refresh.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on right now.
Thank you.
the link at the bottom is DU0. Yay, we got people getting in.
Oh no. It should be edit.
Hold on 1 second, we're fixing it. I think what's interesting about this is these are the types of things that you may have happen during your Zoom meetings with your students. And I think that that's, you know, a learning experience for all of us, and to try to remember all these things. And it's a lot when you're presenting something or sharing something with your students. So do we got that fixed?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for everyone for being patient. We appreciate it.
If you refresh, it should work. I just fixed the permissions to edit.
Mine still isn't working. It still says that I have to request edit access.
Yeah, it's still in a view only.
View only.
Yep, can't get in.
Well, okay, well, we're going to work on that one. Let's go to the next.
Okay. So here is our first quote. Children are likely to live up to what you believe of them. And this is from Lady Bird Johnson. Creating an engaging math remote learning environment is our first topic. Jackie?
And this is just options to stay connected to our families, because our family connection is really what's going to make this remote learning successful. We need to have contact with them at all times. I personally use Remind. I know other teachers use other things. What was really helpful was Google Voice, and Google Voice it's a way to call parents without giving them your personal phone number. And we always need updated email addresses and parent phone numbers, since it was really hard to get a hold of a lot of parents when the school closed last year. And then up here at the top, this is a Google form actually made by one of our pre-KK team members. So if you want to use it, you make a copy, and then it's just one place to get all that parent information updated. And then this is just Google Voice from our smartphones, and it kind of just tells you that you can use Google Voice for calling, text messaging, and voicemail, and it backs up to all your devices that have that app on it.
Remote engagement. Why is engagement important? Engagement is influenced by learners' level of motivation. We're going to focus on the cognitive ability as well as online course design. As teachers, we need to decide regarding facilitation style as the appearance of it, and engagement fosters relationships and the social emotional development through distance learning. How do we engage them when we're not together in the classroom physically? We can daily communication via Zoom, phone calls, educational videos and songs, and then just maintaining that consistency with the schedule of our distance learning. Okay, so here is the meat of our presentation. Synchronous learning versus asynchronous learning. Synchronous learning is used during Zoom meetings, so whole group, and Zoom meetings in a small group instruction with the teacher and your aides, your paraprofessionals. We need to establish a daily schedule. The teacher is to pre-create the Zoom meeting with links for your aides and the students to use. And the evaluations can take place in terms of notes from the teacher or the aide. So once again, this is the whole group learning. So this would be like your morning group presentation in the classroom, and then your small group instruction in the classroom as well with your aides working with your students. The asynchronous learning is small group lessons, so it's individualized instruction. So we have Zoom breakout sessions with the aides, and then we have individual sessions for IEP goals. So this is where you're going to work with the student on their individual IEP goals, of course with the parent present for our little ones in pre-K. We're going to have recorded lessons using Screencastify or Loom. And then you also want to have those digital classroom activities. So you can use interactive Google slide sets or boom cards. So how can I do this in my class? And this is where we're going to have Miss Patty.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Now, what I'm going to do is I realize what's happening. I muted Jackie and Teddy, sorry. But when you have 3 people talking, then you have to unmute the other, you have to mute the other people so you don't get the sound. So I'll get right back to you in a second. Okay, this is very overwhelming. This looks like if I have everything in action and I'm ready to go and I've been doing my Zoom meetings for a while, my kids are ready for the next step, then this is what this entire slide may look like in your room. You know your students, you're the best. So I may stay just with my whole class, just like this for a while until everyone is comfortable and we're just doing whole class at the beginning. Then I might do whole class and then move down to the next level where I do an actual whole class with chat room. Then I might do whole class with breakout rooms. But please do not think that this slide is something that needs to be done on the first day of school, because that's not the intention. The intention is you know your students, you know your pace, you know your teaching style. Do what you feel comfortable with doing and what your kids can be successful with. Okay, that's my thing. If you have any questions about that, you can just text in the box, but we're going to show you how to do that.
Okay, so first we have the whole class instruction via Zoom. So we're learning the content of today's lesson. For example, in the first grade classroom, we may be working on word families or ELA. So you would do your lesson, whole class Zoom lesson, and that would last, what, 15, 20 minutes, and then you will go down into small group instruction. So I'm assuming we have 3 aides, each of us, so there'll be 4 small groups, and you divide your students into the 4 groups, and you're working on whatever ELA content that you have them working on. And then you go back to the whole class learning session to kind of close up what we've done today, or what we've done for our ELA lesson, as in word families. And then we would assign those interactive activities, such as the Boom learning cards, the Google slide sets, or whatever interactive activities you have that you would post in your Google Classroom for these students to utilize for their learning. So this is a visual of how it would look. So you have your whole group instruction, you move on to your small group instruction in your centers, and then you move back to your whole group to follow through. And then you would do the asynchronous learning. So it would be the IEP goals. It could be the individual extensions, such as, what do we have? Smarty Ants. And I believe the others have like Achieve. So all those interactive activities that they can do. And then at the end of the day, we would do our closing. So you want to do your closing to sum up the day. Goodbye, we'll see you tomorrow. You have your goodbye song and whatnot. So how does that look? Thumbs up. Does it make sense with this visual? Do we have any questions? If you have any questions, just drop it into the chat box.
And with this is our district's website of content. So it's our Ed Tech Center. Betty, can you click on it so we can just talk about all the resources in it? So if you go to grade level lessons, there are already lessons made for us through curriculum and instruction. So go to kinder, yeah. So kinder week 1, there's math lessons that are already made, and we can scaffold them to meet our kids' needs. If our kids are on core level, they can use these resources. And if you guys really just need to take the time to look through everything, there's so much that has already been done for us. They've done a lot this summer. There's a lot of resources for math, ELA, there's SEL lessons for the week. Let me go down. There's like already Jack Hartman songs and subsidizing, and like how many number talks are in there. It's just, we need to figure out what, you guys know your students best, so you know what to use and what not to use for them and what will work. And with virtual learning, it is going to be trial and error. So yeah, and they're all interactive, so they can move them. You can use these as your interactive assignments for that asynchronous learning time. So they can find number 1. And what's cool is it's already made for us. You can even just like copy this slide and put it into a different assignment, so they only have that one slide to work on. But yeah.
How fun is that?
I love that a lot of it's already done, and we can just scaffold it to meet our kiddos' needs. And it can be individualized per kid, which is great. And it's every grade level.
And this is the website that we will be referencing for the time being with this whole distance learning. They have how-tos. Let me see if I can go back to that one.
Yeah, there's how-tos for kids and parents.
Zoom.
Hey, can I add something?
Yes.
On that math page you were on, I got to go through it the other day, and they have manipulatives on there that you could like send to your parents. They have timers, number charts, stuff like that. It's so cool.
Yes. I went through a technology training yesterday, and this website it's really good. They put it together. It's really useful. So this is something that we as special ed can utilize as well. And if we need to, we can always adapt. But this is the website, DFP, I'm sure you're going to be hearing a lot about DFP in your other trainings. And if not, from here on out, DFP we're referencing is this EdTech website.
Teddy, there's a question about how to copy one slide. Can you go back to that math lesson so we could just show that really fast? It's really simple. You just, if you click on the slide, you can just left click or right click, and then you copy. Just it's a normal Control C, and then you put it in. You have a new like slide set open, and it automatically puts the slide into that slide set when you paste it.
So we're going to go to Google Slides, and then I'm going to paste.
And you click match styles, and then all the access is already on it.
There you go, and then you can just assign this into your Google Classroom. Copy and paste. Now if I can go back.
Yeah.
Oops, did I stop sharing?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Go back. Okay. So this is our EdTech website. DFP is the abbreviation. Oh, okay. Interacting via Zoom. So for our little ones in pre-K, kinder, first, second, and third, excuse me, we would do our morning opening. So we would, explain our expectations. We do our attendance. We would do calendar, our daily schedule, our daily focus. Today we're working on XYZ. And then we will establish procedures with hand signals, quiet mouth, listening ears, calm body. We have two examples, something that I've done the last 2 years. And then we have Langley's, which she's been doing since she's been with us. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on hers and have her just explain what we're looking at.
So since the school closed in March, I had to redo my morning meeting because everything was on the Google, on the Smartboard app, Board Maker, or something like, what is it called, Smartboard?
Smartboard.
Yeah, the Smartboard app that's on our desktops. But I realized I really love Google Slides, and every slide is a part of our morning meeting. So this is our rules, and embedded into the slide is the song. So we're able to do all the motions. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, the whole song. I don't know if the speakers are shared.
Let me try it. Let's try it.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Oh no. So that's something that we'll have to play with.
But you guys can make a copy of this and make it your own. So you can make a copy and make it your own. I've kind of already did the basis for it. I haven't finished it completely, but it's a start. And it has the calendar, it has, this is alphabet rock, this is phonic song, number rock, sight word rap, because we all love Jack Hartman, and just the basic skills that I do every morning with my kiddos. And then this would be the indication for a breakout session, and which kiddos are gonna go to me, which kiddos are gonna go to my paras, and so on. It's just easily a visual for the kids.
Good job. And then mine is very similar. I would put it in present mode. And then we have our raise your hand song, something that I was working with my kinders on, raising your hand, so when they transitioned to first grade, they were ready. We would review days of the week. We had our song, months of the year, we had our song. And this week our theme was transportation, land, sea, and air. And then check our schedule, because we're here, we would go to breakfast and recess. We would come back, and this is where we would learn our names. And then I would click on here, and it would take me to the Aries attendance site. We would review our letters. Our letter of the day was G. And here's our letter of the day song. And then we have our circle map. Our word of the week was like. I like popcorn, and they would read it. And we have sight words videos. And then here's our groups. And then we would transition to math. Here's everything I have for math. Our number of the day was 15. Our shape of the week was a star, our color. And then we go to math groups. And then here for our science, we were learning about farm animals, about what was on the farm, and how do we grow, plants. So we were growing bean seeds. And then this is something that I was doing for my kindergartners, which is still not done. So we have Starfall, and then we have 5 Little Monkeys, and we were learning to subtract. And this is the one I did during small group. So it was excluded from my whole group instruction here. So that's something that we all can do as a PLC and share, or you can be individual and just create your own. And it's something that you would do as a whole group via Zoom. What am I doing? Okay, so family involvement is key to success. For our little ones with pre-K and maybe even kinder, we need to have our parents engaged. So we want to talk to the parents beforehand. And besides that, we want to establish our procedures and our norms with the parents and model for the kids on, quiet mouths, listening ears. And then we want to have fun too. So we would do maybe some games, sing some songs, use Gold Noodle for the mindfulness and the music and movements, because we all need a break. And we're going to be here 2 hours, so we're going to need a break. So it's something to, ease our mind and create the mindfulness learning. And then building our vocabulary. Hey friend, what is this? It's a charger adapter. And we can do that while holding a toy, a number card. We can do groups of more and less for math. We just want to build those vocabulary skills in the classroom as well, because what we do every day in the classroom.
And then here, I just added examples of how to start that engagement for your lesson. So your engagement reflects the lesson. So for pre-K, if you're working on counting and number sense, there's a preschool learning foundation, and there's also a kinder Common Core standard. So ways that you could establish when you're counting one-to-one correspondence is like you have your counter bears. I'm going to use pens, and you're like 1, 2, 3, and you count with objects, and you show them just as you would in class, but you have to be more exaggerative on Zoom because you're not with them. And then it's the same thing with more and less. You could have like, which one has more? Does this one have more, or does this one have more? Like visually show them, and whichever one has more, you're like, yeah, this one has more, but you have to really sell it for the kids to interact with you. And if you go to the next one, is 1st and 2nd grade. And you still have to be just as interactive as you would with our our babies. So like adding and subtracting, there is online manipulative. So there's 10 frames, there's number lines that you can share your screen with and be as like engaging as you can with those online manipulatives. So you can use those online manipulatives, and you could also use items that you've sent home in their toolbox, their toolkits. So if they have 10 frames with certain color counting bears, you can be like, there's 3 red bears in the 10 frame, how many more till 10? And so on. You can do it with measurement and data as well. So you could measure with objects and all that kind of stuff with the online manipulatives and the toolboxes. Yeah. And then, so if you click on this, I will kind of demonstrate what I've done and what I've seen that kind of works. So with this, I have if you go to that rules slide, the second slide, yeah. That
That
one.
one?
Second slide. Yeah, so if you guys were able to hear, if we figure out the audio, this is,
Okay.
it's a song embedded in, and it's the eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. That whole song, I do that with my kids, and this is just a way to get them like
Oh, okay.
focused into it. But
We're working on the video right now.
oh
Okay, let
yeah,
me stop share.
Okay.
Let me go back to share and then share computer sound. Let's see if that works.
Yeah.
yeah, there. It's like this song.
Eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. This is how we listen, this is how we listen at good time.
It goes on. It goes like 3 times. And I'm really like extra when I teach online, well, when I teach in general, but I'm like even more extra on Zoom because the kids are looking at you through a computer, and it's challenging. It will be challenging. So then this would be, if you go to slide 3, it would be your engagement. So your start of your lesson where you're like, I need to get them in. So you could count with them. You could be like, can you count with me? Can you do 1, 2, 3? And you use your pointer on your computer so you can show them where you're at. Then you could be like, oh, what number is this? Oh yeah, that's number 5. Good job. Like whole bunch of like positive remarks to them, like pump them up before your lesson, because if not, they're just gonna zone out. Just like we do in PowerPoint and presentations, honestly. Like you gotta sell it with the kiddos. Yeah, and then this is just a sample. You guys can take this lesson from me. It's just 5 frames. I'll leave them in there. Whenever you do present, go to present, Teddy. Don't move them.
Oh, it's already moved.
Well, if you
Right,
didn't
that's
move it, okay, move them back. If you're in present mode and you click, it's like how many, and then the 5 will pop up. So you're like, how many? 5, good job. Like it's like a little mini lesson on 5 frames to introduce them or review them.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4,
It's just a
2,
little-
3.
It's the whole 5 frame. I have it all. So you guys can make a copy. Sharing is caring.
Okay, so online expectations and engagement. This is something that you want to share with your students. You want to share with the parents. We have our, eyes are watching, ears are listening, and then we have our Zoom etiquette. Our video is on, we're on time, we're gonna mute ourselves, we're sitting still, et cetera, et cetera. And once again, this is something that we wanna share with our parents, at each morning meeting. And then for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd graders, we can probably have them do this independently. So now we're gonna practice. And this is an example of questions you wanna use. Find something in your home that is the color of red, that is the number 2, shape or letter, and then just ask them what number, letter, shape is this? So here we're going to break out. Miss Patty?
Yeah, we're gonna do our breakout session, and in the breakout session, you guys are, as a breakout group, you're gonna pick one of these mats. They're all linked. The short link is there. So they're all linked, so you can go to it and use it as reference to be like, oh, can you find something red? And somebody holds up something red, and then how many can you count with me? And then use like, we're
1,
selling ourselves.
2.
Someone's gonna practice being a teacher, and the rest are gonna be students and flip-flop.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hold on to your hats. Hi, everybody's in breakout rooms. I was just about ready to hop over there. Can you hear me? Oh, you're muted.
Hi, Patty.
Hi. Everybody's in breakout rooms. I was just going to pop in.
Girl, thank you. I was ready to go. Girl, I can't talk. I'm like, shut up. Be
It's
quiet.
going well. It's interesting because if you've had 2 or more names in the district, sometimes they're not able to get to the slide presentations. So all they need to do is just send their email privately to the facilitator, and then I add them that way.
Okay. We have a couple of newbies who didn't have their email address yet and couldn't get into the classroom, the Google Classroom. And then, of course, you got those, I can't say oldies.
Okay, so what you can do is you can have them email their at-home email, and then we can send them in that way. We could make that call. We can add them.
Okay. Can you text that to Amy?
Yeah.
And then that way she can do that piece. It's going really well. Renelle's awesome. Are you still?
I haven't booted anybody out yet because I have one person that had really low Wi-Fi.
Oh.
And they may go in and out, so I haven't stopped anyone.
Okay. All right.
There is a roster.
Okay.
You know, in that spreadsheet, there's a roster.
Okay.
From CNI.
Oh, good. I was going to look for it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going good, but we have one negative. Girl, I just want to just. I'm like, girl, come on now. I will help you.
So, did I share that roster with you all?
It's in the CNI spreadsheet that everybody has. It's in our shared drive.
Okay, just making sure because I know they shared it with me a while back.
Yeah. See if anybody else. Said anything.
So they're in breakout sessions, 2 of them, 2 sessions? I mean,
Oh no, we
each
have
one of
10
them?
going on.
Okay, all right.
10 rooms because we have 50 people.
All right, okay. You have 50, the other one has 33.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big.
Upper grade's always that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do I have a link where I could pop into one? I want to know what they're doing.
I can. I'll pop you in there right now. You want to go?
Okay. Yes. Okay. How do I pop out?
Oh, it'll show you. I'm gonna
Okay.
put you in.
All right.
I don't know, one of them. Okay, there you go. You're going to 7, and I'm gonna pop in.
So it was really good.
Hey, I learned how to hop around. Hello, hello, friends.
And we couldn't get anything up.
What can't you get up?
So the PowerPoint. So we just went with red.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so what you have to do is you have to minimize your screen.
It is.
And you couldn't log in, right, Sharon?
No, it says request sent.
Okay, so let me see if I have request sent.
And nobody else said they could get on either, so.
Oh, shoot. Well, then I need to know that. Pretty please. Town hall. Let me see if it's in my junk mail. Sometimes it goes to your junk mail and it's just a pain in the neck. Okay, so what you're going to do right now, and this is what I can help you with, is tell me, if I realize if you've had several emails, because you had different names. I think it doesn't know which one to send it to. So tell me your emails.
Well, I'm on the district site.
Okay, you don't have a district email address yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's Campbell,
Uh-huh.
CAMPBELLS at
Okay.
BCSD.com.
Okay, and then Angie, what's yours?
It's Castaneda, CASTANEDAANG at bcsd.com.
Oh, ANG. Okay, and then Luce, you should be able to.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I just did it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to share it with you two right now.
Okay.
Sometimes, like I said, I noticed that when you've had several names, because I've had 3, sometimes it literally doesn't know which name to pick. That's what I noticed.
I noticed that with my computer, when I have a bunch of different screens up, because I have to go to, in order to get onto all of this, I have to go to the bcsd.com, then I got to go to the employee, then I have to go to my email, and then I have to go to Zoom. So I already have like 4. When it gets too much, it won't let anything else in. I noticed that yesterday when I was trying to do the, they were going through Zoom, which I've had a lot of practice with Zoom, so it wasn't such a big deal. But then when they were going through the Google Classroom, I couldn't get logged on to go through and set up my virtual classroom and everything else. So it was just a...
Oh. Now, Angie, let me ask you this question. Let me come back to you.
Okay.
Have you ever had a different last name?
No.
Okay. Shoot. Are you new with us?
No, this is my 3rd year.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, there you are. I found you. I found you.
Okay.
Yay. And this is all stuff, I mean, and I know it's irritating. It's irritating to us too. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, what are we going to do? But on the other hand, it's like stuff we have to learn and scramble a little bit till we can get it. Yeah. Okay, so did you get on, Angie?
Yeah, let me in.
Okay, Stephanie and Megan, were you able to get on? Okay.
No, I wasn't able to get on.
Oh, Stephanie, you're not able to?
No.
Okay, so it's
ALCANTARS at bcsd.com.
Okay, I'm going to add you right now. ALCAN to Stephanie, there you go. And then just make your own copy. You should get it right now.
Okay.
Okay, and I think we're going back in 42 seconds. We'll go back to the regular Zoom meeting if all things work out. It's kind of neat when you do this. You basically go to a little waffle, you click it, and it'll ask you how many rooms you want to make and for how long. So it's super easy. So you could do this with a small group.
Yeah. Well, I only had small groups.
Right.
Because I taught multiple grades, and that's
right.
I had to wait till the gen ed teachers did their schedule before I could create mine. So is that how we're going to do it this year as well, or?
That will be coming from our
fearless leader.
Yes, our fearless leaders. Yes. Okay, we're going to go back. Yay. Is everyone back?
Not yet. The other one is still in their breakout room, but they'll be out in just a moment.
Okay. And I need to please send me a message in the chat if you are unable to get to the presentation. We want to make sure that you leave with that today. So just send your email to me and I'll do it right away.
Are we all here yet?
Okay. Chat.
Hold on 1 second, I'll tell you.
I think Jackie's
No.
class is still out. But just a quick reminder, you all will be entered into a drawing to get a face mask with either your favorite team on it or your favorite character. So if you're like me, I can't decide who I like, so I wear them all. It's something fun and cute. So you'll they'll be doing a drawing later on after, and we'll just let everybody know via email. Enjoy your learning session.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you. Let me mute myself.
Okay, so now we have 1 of 8. If we can have everybody go back to mute. And is Jackie back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm here.
Perfect. Okay. Moving on, interactive activities. Everything that we're sharing with you right now.
Can you share your screen?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, exit. Okay. Sorry. All right, share screen. Did it click? And share sound.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, let me go back. So interactive activities. Everything that we have here is shared. There is a folder. We'll share everything with you, and everything is linked in the slides. And there is more materials that will be uploaded, not only to this math session, but to the ELA session tomorrow as well. So we'll have an abundance of activities. It's just a matter of utilizing them and with our lessons in the Google Classroom. So rich math tasks allow our students to step into activities when the route to a solution is initially unclear. We have all these bullet points. We want to work at a range of levels from a low floor to the high ceiling, and we want to extend the knowledge or apply knowledge in new contexts. And we want to broaden the problem-solving skills of our students. And here we have.
Oh, this is me. And here we have just all these number talks linked from our district website. So where it says TKK is our TKK number talks, and then first grade and second grade and so on, and they're based on the Common Core standards and grade level. We have on the other side, yeah, you could show them.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it's taking forever to load. Here we are.
So this is our TK Kinder. So it has them all linked. So it's the fluency, and it's our dot and 10 frames that we love, Rec and Ricks. Yeah.
Everything is linked, yeah.
They're like virtual manipulatives. And then which one doesn't belong? These actually, I've done them with my kids. They work well if you don't go too abstract. If you stay on that, just that, which one doesn't belong? Why? Like one reason why it doesn't belong. Not so like in depth. Our kids can actually hold on for about like 10, 15 minutes. So if we go, if you go like shapes at the top.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so if we do like shapes, well, there's normally just like a picture.
So we have shapes, numbers.
There's even like picture ones, and there's one with like a spotted dog and then not a spotted dog, and you could be like, which one's the same, which one's different, and it just brings that vocabulary to them and helps with their abstract thinking as well. But everything's linked for you guys. So whenever you guys have time, go through everything. And then here is just kind of some examples of the synchronous learning and also the asynchronous learning. So again, synchronous learning is via Zoom. So you can use these slide sets as in screen share, and then teach as you would in person, pause for their responses. So you could read the question for them. How many fish are in the fishbowl? And you pause and wait for them to answer. And then you could be like, 1, 2, 3, you're right, there is 3. Oh my gosh, good job. And if you're in present mode, it'll actually take you to the correct slide, the next slide. But I'll give you click 3. Excellent. And you guys could copy these and change my Bitmoji unless you want me in there. And then you do it again. And if you click the wrong one, it tries again. So you just kind of follow their lead. And you could do this as like a little number sense lesson with them. It's really quick. And then also you could record yourself doing it for them. So if you stay on this slide, that would be the asynchronous part. So I have a sample recorded lesson via Loom. I like Loom. You could record longer videos, I think. And you're at the bottom and you just go through the lesson as you would in class. So they have access to it if they're not kind of with the live recording yet. It's going to take a while for them to get used to the live. But yeah, those are 2 examples. And then also, these are Google Slides. They're interactive. You can use them for Zoom lessons. You share your screen, you teach as you would in class. You can use them for recorded lessons, so that asynchronous learning, and you still record yourself teaching the lesson as you would in class. Make it really exaggerative. You ask your questions, and you wait, you give them that response time. With that response time, they actually respond to the videos. So I've had parents send me pictures and videos of their kids participating with like me on a recorded lesson, and it's super cool. So if you teach as you would in class and you pause and wait for that response and then be like, oh yeah, that is right, good job, your brain is so big, and you just like really sell it, they love it. You can use them as Google Class assignments and send to parents for practice at home.
So think Blue's Clues.
Yes, it's basically your Steve from Blue Clues.
So we have
this blue Google folder. Did you click on it? Oh no, that's an example. So this is an example of the slide set. And then it's the same as that fish one where you can just like touch the circle. And this is kind of a lower, this is like a level 1 or 2.
Level 1.
Yeah, level 1. And you could even make it even simpler where for even like our younger ones where it just says touch the square and there's just a square, just to get them that response to like getting used to using interactive materials on the computer, because it's different. And then that blue Google folder has all my slides in there. They're kind of mixed up. I'm gonna go through and separate them from ELA to math. So there's 2 folders, but this has like a ton of resources that you guys have access to. You can make copies and make them your own for your kiddos.
And we'll put these in the pre-K drive as well.
Yes.
And if I can go back.
I'll make it more organized, I swear. And then
we have Jamboard. If you have attended the technology trainings, they went over Jamboard. These are great for circle maps, tree maps, Venn diagrams, classifying. We can use these in Zoom during whole group lessons. We can also use them in small group instruction with our aides, with our paras. We can use them with IEP goals. So let me see if I can click here and give us an example. And it is a Google product. So it is user-friendly in a Google Classroom. So here we're talking about sides. How many sides does a square have? 3, 0, or 4? And all we would do is just drag it over 4. It doesn't give us the correct or incorrect responses. But once again, this is used during whole group instruction with the whole class or in small group instructions with your aides or working on IEP goals. So this would be obviously incorrect because it has 4 sides, so we would put it here. But it's something simple. It's just a matter of Google searching for the images, creating the templates, and you have your activity.
it's very simple to use to make. I made that in probably like 2 minutes. I'll show you guys, I think we're doing it tomorrow. I'll show you more in depth how to make it tomorrow.
Yeah, with the circle maps.
Yes, I'm gonna show you how to make a circle map.
Yes. And then tips and tricks to make sure to give everybody sharing, which we're still learning. So when we're sharing links to activities or to anything that we've created, when you share, we want to make the here is it either going to be a view or an editor. So we want to make this accessible to everybody. So you would go to share and then just click the link or click your setting that you want either to be edited or just viewed only, which a lot of our activities, we want it to be, edited. So you would copy the link and then share with other teachers, share with your students, and whomever wants a copy.
And then this is just like a ton of online manipulatives that are linked for you. Can you go to the number frames one by the second one? Click on that. So this is like my favorite thing I found, I think. You can use 10 frames, 5 frames. You can use these for addition. You can use these for just like number quantity recognition. And you can do a lot with these. And it's just like using a 10 frame in our classrooms, but it's online. So I love that. I'm so glad we found all this stuff. For you guys to use it is even better. There's like, you go back.
Go back?
Yeah, go back. There's so many. There's 100 charts. There's number lines. Didex is amazing. I found one called Toy Theater that actually has like the counting bears that our kids know. This one is like this is a 100 chart that you can count with them and make them different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you go back.
I have like so many windows open.
I know.
Okay. So here is our resource you guys can have access to within the slides.
And with our virtual classrooms, so your virtual classrooms can be used for large groups, small group activities. You can link tons of stuff to them that you want the kids to be excited about, like classroom songs, music and movement. You can link games like the ABC Yeah and Starfall. And then you link assignments to it, so it takes you to Google Classroom. You can link read alouds with the books. And a huge note is with our kiddos and our students, less is more. So a lot of these classrooms that I see in like the Facebook groups, I'm like, that is too much. And it can be really distracting for me, and I know it'll be distracting for our kids. So a big takeaway is less is more. Go ahead. And then with this, we just want to keep in mind these two questions. So we're going to show you 2 different classrooms. And we want to kind of keep in mind which is ideal for our students and what we can do differently. So,
ready?
Ready. Are we ready?
Oh.
Boom. Yeah, this is just like at your face and like a lot. It kind of stresses me out. But we're going to look at this one and then go to the next one.
So this one right here, it's a perfect example of too much, but every story here, is linked.
Oh, go ahead. Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
that.
linked to SafeTube. This is a great resource, the Alphatels, and they're alphabetical, so this is a perfect library, but
we don't have Safe YouTube.
Yes, we don't have Safe YouTube no more. So we want to link everything to YouTube for our students to have access in the Google Classroom. Great concept, great intention, but how about this one? More modest, less is more.
It's very simple and focused on what you're the point you're trying to get across in the lesson. So,
so with this one, these actually move, but because I'm in present mode, it doesn't. So for these activities with the virtual classrooms,
You can't be in
the
present
interactive
mode.
slide, yeah, what happened, it has to be not in present mode. Because then we would add the 3 circles and the 1 to create 4.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's links. These are links. This doesn't have a link. This has a link to the story. Link to the story, and the teacher, she's just chilling, but there's no use because she's just reading. But I would take away a lot. Starfall's linked. These are linked to Starfall activities as well individually. Click on J, it'll take you to the letter J in Starfall.
Can I interject real quick? Hi, everyone. I hide you when I'm trying to type and it's crazy. So, I mean, I hide myself. There's one question that I thought would be good to bring up now is Sabrina asks, can you only share some slides on the same presentation?
Yes, let's see.
How would we do that if we wanted to show one group of slides to this small group?
You would have to probably create different slide sets for those small groups.
By copying and pasting.
So by copying and pasting the slides that you want from the slide set, you could put it into a different slide set and label the group like, this is Para 1 group, this is Ms. Langley's small group.
Or even individualized.
Or if you have like certain groups, like if your one group starts at like blue, this is blue group's lessons, and you know which ones to pick up. Because they're based on kind of leveled.
With the various levels of 1, 2, and 3 that we have.
It's honestly your preference and what works for your class and your kids.
Can I pick into that? There is an option to hide slides in your presentation.
Yeah, you can hide.
Hide slides. But if you want to make it, you know, for each student or for various students, you can do that, but you can also copy and paste. Okay, boom cards. Boom cards. There's a website, boomlearningcards.com. This is a great tool for our students as it's interactive, it's internet-based, and it's very engaging. It also takes data. So it's self-grading, self-checking. So for example, we have the examples coming up. It'll notify the student of what is correct or incorrect. And it collects data for us as to how they did it and what they did. And so that makes it easier for us on our end in the digital age to collect the data. But let's be honest, we have our parents and they want everything correct. So we're gonna have to be mindful of that. We can also use these during small groups with your aides.
Teddy, hold on one second. I have a, just somebody wants to recap. Jennifer asked, what was that about YouTube SafeTube? We don't have SafeTube anymore. Basically, the Chromebooks work through a BCSD internet. BCSD does not recognize SafeTube. They'd rather you use YouTube because then that way they can filter. They're already filtering. So you need to use YouTube links, or what was the other one, Teddy?
We just found one. It's like Peer View or View Peer. View Peer.
View Peer.
Okay. viewpeer.com.
Sorry, to dismiss the commercials on your YouTube videos, you would include the video onto your slide. So it only plays that video and it's not continuous. If you share the link of that video and the student clicks on the link, it takes them to another window to YouTube, and that's where it becomes continuous or, you know, become off task.
Yeah.
So it would just embed the video into your activities.
And then one more thing, Boom cards are free, or do we have to pay?
Okay, there is like Teachers Pay Teachers. You can A, create, you can B, buy, and there is free. But the only thing is there's their subscription of I believe it was $35, but it's for up to 8 rosters, so 8 teachers, and I believe it's up to 250 students. So that's something, $35 a year I would invest. You're able to create unlimited cards when they're fairly easy. You can buy lots of cards, or you can get the free cards as well.
Or you could ask your site to see if they would be willing to get you a subscription.
Yes.
You can always ask. I don't know if we'll be able to do that, but definitely ask.
That's something that my kinder team at Wayside is doing right now, and I will be included in the kinder subscription. We're asking for a $35 subscription to utilize the activities. So here we have a freebie for pre-K, kinder, and first and second. Let me click on here. Let's see if it'll let me click here. And then you have to log in. Google. Okay, here I am. I'm going to go to my library. And here's all the cards that I have thus far. Let me go with this one. We're doing math, so let's do math. So we're doing identifying the number. This is the preview. So 10, this is the one-to-one correspondence, as in matching the number. So 10, is this 10? No. Is this 10? No. Is this 10? Yes. 4, is this 4? No. Is this 4? Let's see. Incorrect. So it'll tell you, this is the student's aspect on what they're doing. Incorrect, try again. Correct. And this is something that I would use for my pre-K littles, the 3 and 4-year-olds that are coming in and matching numbers. And then ask for our first and second. It gives you a link. Where are you? And then it was, where are we? Which one was that? The ladybugs. Here we are. So addition math facts. So count the circles on each caterpillar, type and solve the addition problem. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Is that correct? 9 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to say 8. And I'm going to say 10. Let's see. Try again. The answers are incorrect. So this was 7, and that's 16. 7. I did it. So these are, as examples of boom cards. And then on the teacher's end, you'll get a report or status summary of what they did, how they did, what was incorrect, what was correct. And that is something that you can utilize during small group, during asynchronous learning, or during whole group.
So with our literature and math, putting a book into our lessons are huge. It helps build the interest of math concepts in like non-threatening ways. It helps the material be more accessible. It connects them to real life. It helps bridge that gap for our English language learners. It connects to all different subject areas. It reviews, and it also can connect to students' background knowledge, and it activates their prior knowledge. And our literature and math sections can be used in our para small groups. They can read a story to the kids and ask about key details and talk about the objects in the books and count with them and work on the skill in the actual book. So if it's one-to-one correspondence, they can count the bats in the book. I think that's an example later in the next couple slides. So here is, I found links to literature lists. So there are 2 different websites. You guys have free reign of all this. It's all linked. But they're actual stories that relate to math concepts. They're pretty cool.
So here we have the books that she was referencing. We have for pre-K kindergarten, we're counting using Bat Jamboree. We're using the days of the week, using the Grouchy Ladybug, clocks and calendars. First and second, we have shapes. We have measurement using Jack and the Beanstalk. So this is how we would connect the math to the literacy.
Can you show one of them?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
they're
Let's
linked
show
to-
one.
Let's do Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, they're linked to read alouds to YouTube. So you could embed this video into a slide set so you don't get the ads. What I said was you can
The
link.
answer lies in complex, cutting-edge
Yeah, embed them. You can embed them into the slide set so you don't get all those ads that bore the kids.
And then, so how to use, we're going to tie the text to the current content area, which would be counting, number recognition. We would ask questions to elicit their expressive language, such as how many bats do you see? What number comes next? And then we'll count the bats together. And then as for the asynchronous activity, we would send home the link or the slide of the video. And we would embed some questions for the parents to ask. And we can also use an activity such as Jamboard for sequencing, using a story map, matching character with the number of items, et cetera, et cetera. So it would be like the key details. Google Classroom ideas for assignments.
So with this, I just kind of wanted to throw Bitmoji in there because a lot of Google Classrooms have the Bitmojis and that's what we see. Bitmojis are awesome, I think. They help with student engagement. The kids are excited to see you as a cartoon. You use the app to make your Bitmoji and then you download the Chrome extension and you're able to just click and drag your Bitmoji into the slides and whatever activity you're doing.
Can we show you how to do that real quick?
Yeah, it's right there, Teddy, your Bitmoji.
I can't see it.
It's right there. Go down.
Here's my Bitmoji extension. So it would take me to my Bitmoji, and it's just a character because I wanted something different. And then I can always type in search. I would type in, was it pose?
Yeah.
And you have, you know, just the Bitmoji with no wording. And if we're looking for, give me something, good morning.
Or type book or good morning. Yeah, there's good morning ones. If you type books, there's ones with books. But Bitmoji can be inappropriate, so we need to be careful with what we put on the slides. And we need to make sure our Bitmoji is dressed appropriately and all that kind of good stuff. Because there is emojis that are really inappropriate. And then this is just an example of my Bitmoji classroom that I used during ESY. Everything's linked. I have 3 different rooms. There's a focus wall and the videos are linked and they go to YouTube. I need to embed them into it somehow. But yeah, it's just an example. All these books, I normally wouldn't put this many books into a slide for 1 week. It's just, this was the end of the summer, so I threw all the resources at my kids as much as possible. So all these are linked. The top portion is me reading the books to my kids, and then the bottom is like books and YouTube read alouds. And that really, go back.
Can we see one of them?
Oh yeah, sure.
Just so they could see what it looks like. Remember, you know.
And they have access to all this. You guys have access to all my embarrassing videos.
I have some in there too. It's all good.
And this is recorded using,
I used my phone and uploaded it to Google Drive.
yeah. Good job.
That if you go back, there's a Rivet app. That is a great app. They can download it on an iPad or any phone, or it's actually on the computer, and the stories can be read to the kids. So it's another resource for our read alouds. If you have time to look through that, I highly recommend it. And then this is just my cool down area room. Mindfulness. Very.
Okay, so that's there.
Google Classroom.
This is my Google Classroom. I don't know if it's, okay. So distant learning math toolboxes. This is gonna go
Wait,
fairly
go back
quick.
to Google Classroom. You were supposed to show our classrooms.
Oh, was
Yes,
it there?
please. There we go. Yes.
Yeah. You took my Google Classroom because I took my link out. Do you still have it open?
Yeah, mine's not linked. But I think I have it here.
There you go.
Yeah.
So here's my Google Classroom that I used for ESY. So everything is linked, sorry. Here is a comment thread that I put in English and in Spanish. Here is my daily focus, similar to what Jackie had on her virtual classroom. But here is my daily focus. This would be in present mode. Every letter is linked to Starfall. I have the calendar linked to Starfall. And then today we're focusing on the letter H. We're reviewing numbers, our shapes, and our colors. This was like the last day of ESY. And I have the Alphatels letter H. The numbers and the colors and the shapes posters are linked to a YouTube video. And this is Starfall as well. So this is something that I did during whole group, and then during small group, my aides, not my aide, I had a, what was her title? Was a translator, but she was able to work with my 3 Spanish speaking parent students with this on them during small group as well. So this is something that I did, and how do I exit? Exit. And this is my Google Classroom. These are the assignments that I had. I did one of these for each day. Click on present. So I have Thursday, and then I have Wednesday. Wednesday was a different letter, different focus. And I just exited out. No? Okay. So here's all the activities that I had. We did regional, where are we? Animals. So we have, I'm gonna click Andrea. So this is the activity, open a new window. So we were learning about polar region animals. So we see Arctic seals, penguins, and then we had a short video, and this is all done on present mode. Which animal does not live here? It would be the lion. They would click it, and then it would take them to the next one. A lion lives in the African desert, the safari, and then we have our fish.
Can I ask you a question, Teddy?
Yes.
When you're in present mode and all of your kids are in your Zoom, can all of the kids click on it?
Only if they have the link. These were linked in the classroom, and what I did, if you see here, they were issued to each student. So they have their own.
So you made a copy for each student to use.
A copy for each student, correct. I have Turner. I had a couple of teachers that were, this was my Spanish translator aide. This is a friend that works in the district office, and I have my students. I actually had a couple of parents here from the district office that were here, but yeah, I would make a copy for each student. So they each have their own copy and they each have their own interaction. And I exited out. Sorry, I have too many windows. Okay, back to here. So that was my Google Classroom. We'll go more in depth in a minute, actually, or tomorrow.
Tomorrow you'll see mine.
Yeah, tomorrow will be more in depth.
What is that little folder at the bottom of the page?
That is just the link to all the Google Slides. I have it in throughout the presentation, so you always have, you know where it is.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure everybody saw that.
I just put it everywhere. Sharing is caring.
These are toolboxes. Toolboxes, manipulatives. We use manipulatives throughout the day in our classroom during large group and small group. But because we are distant learning, this right here is just a suggestion, something that you may want to do to for your students. So here is a toolbox that we did for math. So these are printed on cardstock. They were printed in color and they were laminated and cut. The manipulatives here would be like the dry erase marker, the little tiles, and the die. They were purchased at the store, and then this is what we're using for the first quarter, and they will be arranged for pickup by the parents at a scheduled time. So this is just a suggestion, something you can create. Tomorrow we have ELA toolboxes that we'll go through. These are great for young learners to physically interact with what they are learning. For math concepts, our young children need to use manipulatives and have hands-on experiences because they don't have that abstract thinking yet.
Right. Okay. We have a couple questions for you both. The first question is, how long would it take you to create a daily slide presentation, approximately?
Well, once you have the basis of the daily slide, it will just take you linking the videos and information to them. So you want to keep it very similar, but change out just the letter, change out just the number if you're changing it by the day.
Okay.
The first time you do it, it will be a bit of a task, but once you get the hang of it, I think the hardest part is finding the image that you want. You have this in your mind of what you see and finding the image that you want. For example, the number poster. You have this number poster in your classroom, you want to find it, or you have this number poster that you think is ideal for your kids. So it's finding a poster, copy, paste, and then linking it.
Okay. And then we have another couple of questions, and I want to have everybody, I'm going to try to copy it. Here we go. We have a parking lot because there's some questions that at this time we would like to put into a parking lot so we can share them with everybody at the SPED office and at the district office. The first question is, Teddy, did you make all of those? Your
mine are similar. Yes. Yes. But I'm still waiting on my Amazon order. I ordered some the clear counting chips, and I ordered some square foam counters as well, because we're working on patterning and counting and which has more, which has less. But I just bought a bunch of little manipulatives. I probably spent like $40. But yeah, this is a sample that was on a website on Facebook group that that I will be using. Yes.
And then the second question, and we're not saying that you need to go out and buy a whole bunch of things. We are not saying that.
You might have it in your classroom.
You might have it in your classroom. The other question was, is the district going to provide students with manipulatives for us to use at home? I just put in a parking lot, hopefully you can get to it, link. It's also at the end of our presentation and at the beginning. If you have a specific question like that, then please go to the parking lot and type in that question.
Patty, I can answer that question right now.
Okay. Oh,
for
great.
everybody on that one. The district will be providing I call it a baggie that will have different objects in it. And so once we know what's in that baggie, we can let you know and you can design lessons to go with that. And I'm sure you all already talked about it, that they may not have the objects, but you can hold them up while you're doing it, and then they can point to it or show it. You can't actually see it, but that also is another way that a teacher's doing it. You'll have access to your classroom to go and pick up items. Each site is doing it differently, so check in with your administrator so you can have those. Hey, why not get some of the items that you have already, that you have them in sets? they're still working on the details, and we'll go really quickly of who can deliver that to your students' doors. So you will be able, for example, to drop off or have someone drop off at their door, no contact, drop off delivery is what they call it, no contact delivery. You can have that dropped off at their door for your weekly lesson. Just know that some things you may not get back. So don't send out things that you're just hold dear to your heart. So that will be available too as we work out the details.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Missy.
And then in the drive, I'll add the what you see here, the numbers, the printouts. I'll have that linked in the folder, so you have access to. So if you have access to a color printer, you can print them out and create those as well.
Okay, we have another question. Jennifer says, "Hey Teddy, where did you get the clear boxes for those icons?"
Okay. For these were purchased at the Dollar Tree. These are Dollar Tree as well. Online, you can buy them. You have to check daily, multiple times a day. But this was another teacher I made from BCSD. So I got this from her.
Okay.
So, but these were purchased at Dollar Tree.
And
actually,
then,
everything was Dollar Tree.
Okay, I'm gonna use my hand signal.
Yeah.
I'm not interrupting. And then Scott says parents can come to office for pickup and drop off. That's going to be a site decision on how that's ran, and they will have all of that ironed out before we begin. So each site may look a little bit differently.
These are, once again, it's just a suggestion, an option that you would have to do on your own, on our own. So I would suggest Dollar Tree and Amazon. Spend a couple dollars and you have that. It makes it easier for you, and it makes it easier for your students to be engaged and have that hands-on learning as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's keep going. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so here are our standards. We have our preschool learning foundations, and then we have our Common Core standards. Everything is linked so you can reference. Questions and shout outs. We're a little early, but here we are.
Yes, we are. And if anybody has any questions, please unmute yourself. Now would be the time to ask and answer. You were talking about tomorrow's training. What was that training called to sign up for?
It was the ELA.
It's SPED pre-K through second, mod severe ELA, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already full. It's full? Miss D, can we do something about that? It's full.
The resources we have tomorrow, we'll put them in the same folder so that everybody has access to them. And then for the pre-K kinder team, we'll put everything in our drive as well.
How many do we have? Do we have 50 in there already?
I'm gonna look right now.
Okay, if we have 50, we can just add another host and we can hold up to 100. So yes, we can take care of that if we have over 50.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'm putting that protocol one in writing for dropping off. I want to make sure that we have a trail on that everybody understands there is a protocol and parents picking up at the office. Thank you, Patty, for that. But I'm going to add it to our chat box as well.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we can show how to link a video. Can you show how to embed a video, Teddy? You're sharing your screen, or I can share my screen.
Okay, let me exit out. I'm going to do it on here.
Yeah.
New slide. And then I'm going to go to YouTube.
No, you just, wait, go back.
We're going to embed a video, correct?
Yeah, but you can do it, you can search through the Google Slides too.
Woo! Adapted mind math.
Okay, so I'm going to go insert.
And you go
I'm
video.
going to go to video by URL. Paste. Select. And then we just got to reformat it, size it.
And you can also search YouTube through your Google Slides, so you don't have to do it from a separate window.
So this is how I would do it. Let me see. New slide. All right, Jackie, so what we do, go to
insert, video, and then search, and you could do Jack Hartman, and you don't have to get it from YouTube.
And
then you just add it.
Connected to Google. So let's do this one, letter A through Z. YouTube is a Google product as well. So there we go. You have one way and the other.
Yep.
That's how you would embed, and when you play, it doesn't have the commercials and it won't be continuous. So here are additional resources that we have for you. Everything is linked for you guys. And then we have our closing Padlet. Ms. Jackie, you want to lead us on this?
Yeah. If we can go to this closing Padlet, our question is just what excites you about remote learning and remote teaching? So if you go to it, if you click on it, you should be, there's a little add button, there's a plus sign at the bottom, and you're able to type in your response. And it's just our way of getting a feel on how you guys feel about this new world we're in. And if you guys still have questions, you guys are free to ask them right now.
Yeah.
And this is the Go BCSD for that.
Oh, got a good question. What about Frog Street resources? Can they be added? Eva's asking that.
Yes, tomorrow we have a virtual classroom with Frog Street. Or a virtual, classroom slide with Frog Street.
Yeah, Frog Street has, I think you can make like parent accounts and they're able to get on it too, onto the resources on Frog Street.
Can you click on the Padlet so we can see it happening? Hopefully it'll work. Crossing fingers.
Love it, love it, love it.
And you guys could like each other's stuff. It's just for the older ones, it's a way to get them interacting and stuff too. I love Padlets.
And what will be fun too is everything is going to be online via Zoom. So when we PLC, we can create these activities and we have the sharing capabilities in the Google Drive. So it kind of makes it easier for everybody. But this will be fun.
Yeah, Eugenia, Mr. Luce said that there's Frog Street access for parents, so yay. I'll check that out today and then share that with you guys tomorrow.
It's a portal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions? Does anybody has?
Is there anything you guys want to see?
Want us to demonstrate? Maybe go to the next slide and they can look at some of our resources that we have in there, or we could show them some. We'll come back to the Padlet before we wrap up for today.
So here is our resources that we have. Going forward, we have the Padlet. And then we have our...
We could share people's stuff on the teacher shoutouts, Snap.
Oh, yes.
If you guys finally had access to that.
Do they have access?
Yeah. I think they should.
Yes, they should.
Yeah, I've heard that 6 times.
I know. We played it, okay? We played it.
Oh, the DocuCam, that's interesting.
I have one I was gonna share.
Okay, yeah, Sharana's asking about the DocuCam.
I can stay on longer and share it too if we go past, if you guys are willing to stay on.
Okay, so interesting. Somebody's asking a question about a breakout session. When you host a meeting, there's a little.
Do you want to share it?
Yeah.
I can stop. Okay.
When you host a meeting. Oh goodness, which one am I on? Oh Lord.
What are y'all doing? Okay.
Hold on, right here. When you host a meeting, I'm sorry, that other screen's on there. You see these 3 dots? Can y'all see that?
No.
Hold on.
Can we type the instructions to a breakout session and create a link?
Yeah.
It should, is it in the EdTech website on Zoom?
Okay. So
it might
can
be
we
there. Let me check.
Perfect. Can we link it? It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Eddie, are you still sharing?
I think so, yes.
You're muted,
Oh.
Tiffany.
Are you still sharing?
No, it's yours.
Why isn't it letting me?
I think if you cancel the screen share and do it again.
And
it'll
then
let
do
you-
it again?
Yeah.
Okay. It says you are screen sharing. Can you see my toolbar at the top? There we go. Okay. Does everybody see the screen where it has everybody's pictures on it?
Yeah.
No, your screen.
Oh, I see.
Everybody's pictures.
Yeah. Where you can see everybody that's in the training.
Yeah, you're not screen sharing right now.
No, I'm not screen sharing. Down at the bottom, oops, down at the bottom, you're going to see these 3 little dots. 1, 2, 3, and it says more. If you click on that dot, it'll say breakout rooms. Can you see that?
I think you can only see it if you're a host.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay.
Yeah.
I will make a document and share it with you guys tomorrow.
Okay. Sorry, I tried, everyone.
There's videos on the EdTech website.
I shared the EdTech link, and there's videos. If you scroll down, there's one that's titled like how to use breakout rooms.
Yes.
Let me see if I can share that exact video.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I shared the video. It's like a YouTube link. That should take you to the breakout room.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's from the EdTech website. That website is amazing.
It has everything.
Please explore it.
And just searching through it to see everything. Okay, let me see if there's any other questions. Do we have any other questions? A lot of thank yous. Awesome. Thank you for doing that, Jackie.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
So is there an evaluation and stuff
Yes.
that we have to fill out?
We will have to do that in a second. Oh, Jackie, can we go back to the
Yeah, I'm using a different computer than what I normally use. So I had to download the Chrome extension. Hold on. I never use my work computer. This is the first time. Okay. Let me just see if I can get it up first before.
Okay, that'd be great. And thank you everyone for being so patient.
It's a learning experience for all of us.
It really is. And every time I get on, I learn something else. And yes, we will be putting the evaluation and the sign out sheet into the chat room before we leave today.
Okay. I'm struggling. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to do it?
My Chromebook, my personal Chromebook.
Okay.
Play when recording. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. And of course it's loading even though I've got lightning fast Wi-Fi. Lord. Okay, here we go. And we're down here, additional resources. So here are some links. We have our parking lot here. We also have Facebook distance learning groups. If you happen to be on Facebook, you know, make sure that everything is appropriate if you get something from a public forum like that. Student and parent tutorials. I'm going to click on this. Ooh, look at all that information. So this is something that has been compiled by teachers for teachers' use. And I like the way that it's easily accessible. You could look at the links and see if it's something that you would like to use and to help your parents or other guardians, yourself, that may need some help. Uh-oh. Oh, I have 3 chats at the same time. What is that? Is this folder that will be shared? Yes, this link is in, let me go back. Can I go back? This link is in the presentation and it's under additional resources, and that's where you can find it. It's the student and parent tutorials, this one right here. Okay, we have one more question. Oh, perfect, thank you. Okay. Shared folder for distance learning. This is a folder that we have been working on. And I know this is a lot of information and it's probably too much, but we wanted to give you access to this just in case, to make it easier for you to find things. These are all classroom, Bitmoji classrooms made for teachers by teachers and freely given. So it's in alphabetical order by title, and we'll probably end up weeding it down a little bit more as time goes on. But there are libraries, there's actual empty classrooms that you can use. When you make a copy of them, you can delete, add, do anything that you'd like to. We have a little bit of math in here. We actually have planners. We have just, where is it? Here's a math room. So let's say I need to make a math room. I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna click on here maybe and think, oh, okay. I don't like this money chart. I'm not gonna use it. So I'm gonna take it out. My kids don't need that. Or you can add things in. Here's some extra pictures. It's meant to be there for you in case you have, you really don't have the time to do everything. I know it's way, way overwhelming. And once you get into this, it's like, it becomes kind of like an obsession almost.
It does, it does. And it
It's a
becomes
lot.
fairly easy as time goes on.
Yeah, and then you get to see what you really like. So if you do not have a if you do not have a template for like your morning, you may want to just copy any of these templates we showed you today and make it your own. And then use the same morning template day after day, just changing out the little pieces that need to change. Yeah, make a copy first of everything that we're showing you, and then you can change it. This right here is a lady, Kayla, and make sure that, you know, anytime you look at this stuff, you have to look at it first. But she has all of these different things, basic welcome back room, that she has shared. It'll force you to make a copy. And I may not be able to do so because now I got like 20. Oh, here we go. Here's her copy of welcome back. And this is for the older kiddos. But any of these things, you literally can copy it and paste it into another room. So let's say I make a new slide. Actually, I don't want to do that. Let's make a copy of this slide. So I have the original, so I don't get rid of it all. And now I can start taking things out and deleting things and making it my own. Take her Bitmoji out. Don't want the water bottle. I don't even know what that is. That looks scary to me. I don't want any of that there. Okay, so you see how easy it is for you to make it your own.
I finally figured it out.
Oh, yay! Okay. Do you want me to uncopy? I mean, unshare?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me grab something so I can actually show them what I can do with it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Stop share. There we go. You have the floor.
So when I share my screen, I can share just, hold on, I can share my camera. So I have just a little document camera and you can move it. So I can do whole lessons with the kids. So these are, I've been prepping like crazy, but all the little pieces, and you can use a file folder, you can use like task boxes and 10 frames and all sorts of lessons that you would in class, but you can't right now. So obviously I'd have a clear area, but you could like put out the cards and be like, how many can you count with me? And it's like an actual view. It's like not upside down. And can you see everything?
Brenda wants to know, what are you using? A cell phone? What are you using, Jackie?
I'm using a document camera. It says right here, Tokyo Cam. I got it off Amazon. I will try to link it. It was like, Elmo's are like $800. I didn't know that until I Googled it. This was like 50. But I have it so somebody can't take it from me if a different teacher needs it. But that's what I'm gonna do with my kids in like small groups, and you could do IEP lessons, IEP goals, anything with it. I think it's cool. You can read alouds, all sorts of things.
Can you connect it to a laptop?
Yeah, it's connected to the computer right now. And you can record your videos and save them to a Google Drive. And then you could use that as asynchronous learning and send them to your parents. Here, I'll show you it. It's this thing. They're awesome. Oh, it's out of stock. Oh, I got it like 2 weeks ago.
Distance learning everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. I was like, I am not waiting for this, and I just got it. Once I knew we were doing full online, I bought one. But there's another thing called an Osmo, And if you have an iPad, I got this because I don't have an iPad. You can get, it's an Osmo, and you can buy a little replacement part, the little red piece on top, and like a stand. And it's the same thing as a document camera, and it's amazing. It's only, the little camera's only like $10.
And they'll be back in stock, according to Wesley, on the 17th of August. So you'll have that.
That'll
So,
be
yes.
awesome.
Yes, so we're going to go ahead and facilitate move forward our evals because we want to make sure that we all get in. And we thank you so much for your time. Can we get a big clap for our presenters too?
The eval link doesn't work?
And then
No.
There we go. Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, we'll fix that one, but let's get the eval code up for them as well.
That's not working.
Okay, I'll go in and find one.
Oh, I can do it right now.
Okay.
I don't have an Elmo in my class. That's why I had to buy one.
Same here. I don't have an Elmo either, but I do have the Osmo.
I got this off Amazon. I'm an Amazon fan. It's called an Okio Cam, O-K-I-O Cam. And if you guys get them, just email me and I can show you how to use it. We could do a Zoom or something, but I don't want to bore everybody else that doesn't have one.
The links.
They're not working?
Yeah, hold on.
It's working now.
Is it? Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one you just posted.
I know why. Okay. Think about it. Let's see if it works. It might be because everybody's trying to go in at the same time.
Go.bcsd.com DQ5. I was able to copy and paste, and it's here for the sign out.
Okay. And then the other one is DRE.
I'll type in the chat what it's called.
Thank you. There's a, the DRE is the eval. And then the DQ5 is the sign out.
The sign out sheet doesn't have the correct time slot for what this was. Do we just pick any of the time slots?
Yes, at this point, yes, just so we can get you out on time.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. It was wonderful to see everyone. I will double check the eval link and put it in again. They are working at this point. That's interesting. I don't know why they aren't.
Go.bcsd.com.
They need to be signing into BCSD.
Yeah, you have to be signed in with your BCSD Google account.
And use the time from 9 to 11. That's available. That's the closest time.
Okay. If you're not signed in, go to Chrome, click on your Chrome button, then go to Google. Thank you, Teddy.
Welcome.
I did 8 to 10. That was the only one that popped up for me. I mean, there was 8 to 10, and then there was.
Right. So
that's fine. We'll know it's 2 hours.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
know
cool.
it's 2
Thank you.
hours, and we'll straighten it out if anything needs straightening.
Yes.
Okay, good deal.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you, and have a good one. I'll see you soon.
See you all soon. Happy learning.
Is the eval up yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna link it right now.
Okay. I finally got that emote. Bit emoji working.
That is for the eval.
Thank you, Teddy.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What time did you say to use? The 10 to 12?
I use 8 to 10.
8 to 10?
That will work. As long as you have 2 hours on there, that's fine.
Okay. I just linked the document camera that I got from Amazon. So whenever it does go into stock, it's there. And then I will also link something else that I bought, individual baggies for my kids. There's like 30 for like $16. I'll link that too.
Okay, I'm going to
Those
pause
would
our
be-
recording. We're officially done today, so I'm just going to pause the recording.